Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video was found on a public domain. Lots of love and many blessings.
Lord, you guys. Hashtag we love you, Meghan is a big fail.
You know you made the crap list when old Wendy Williams was talking. She said it like it is. She said, I don't feel sorry for her.
How you doing?
It's hitting the fan. Let's talk about the letter H. You know, a person's name's the greatest connection to their own identity and individuality. To not be called by your name, especially by your partner, well, this kind of devalues your identity. Some folks say it's the most important word in the world to that person. It's one of the greatest tools in the toolbox of a narcissist. People watch for this. It's a red flag. When she said she doesn't call him by his name, not even a pet name, but by the initial H, it's so she cannot emotionally bond with him. It's such a sick and twisted mind game. Mind games, that's all she's about. Just like she tried running a big old mind game on Fat Knuckle Daddy here. And Charles almost fell for it. They say he's so upset right now, and I'm talking emotionally upset. Well, you got William who's like ticked, and you got Charles who's like sulking in the corner. They were pretty close buddies for a minute. She played him so good, you guys. The stuff I've been told, the stuff I have found out. She really thought she was going to swoop him off his feet. And I asked my own therapist, why is this girl booting her dad, who she was so close with her entire life, out and replacing him with Charles? And then she reminded me of the kid that would always suck up to the teacher. Always, no matter what. That kid really didn't want to go around emptying the wastebaskets, or passing out flyers for the teacher, or cleaning out nasty old erasers. He was after the power. And whenever anybody picked on him, he would run and tell his teacher. That's the same thing with Meghan. It's all about the power. It's all about being the authoritative figure. And when she couldn't suck up to the queen, that didn't work. She just went back to what Weinstein had taught her, and she tried it on Charles. I didn't realize how deep he fell. They're saying he is deeply, deeply hurt over this. People like Meghan will do anything to anybody, including their own parents, just to be in high places. Charles almost fell in that trap. Now, when she was at the ceremony last night representing the royal family, they're saying that she did a few things that were just a little weird. Everybody's talking about how her demeanor was really off. To me, she looked really weird, something different about her. She totally arrived upset. She knew she was not going to be able to get in front of everybody and give the speech that she had really anticipated giving. Earlier, before the ceremony started, she was informed that she would not be giving a speech. And either she was really trying to have another Diana moment, or she was sending some big old message to the Queen. And everybody who's talking about this feels like she was more so sending this message loud and clear to the Queen. Back in the day, the color purple was so expensive, only rulers ever wore it. Queen Elizabeth I even banned anyone other than royal family members from wearing this color because it was associated with wealth and status. I think it's a message to the Queen. She's representing the royal family, you know what I'm saying? And even though the royal family have a really dark history of their own, not many people know what it consists of. The old school, they really do respect the royal family. And they felt completely insulted that Meghan has shown up looking like she just woke up, didn't do nothing with herself, and she's there on behalf of the royal family. Not only that, you guys, but they're saying that she had a hyperactivity about her, very weird demeanor, almost like a manic panic, just really off. Side note real quick, check out this handshake. This joker wasn't playing. His fingernail beds are purple. And he left red marks on her hand. Good for him. Oh my God, here we go. This is what ticked the Queen off. They are so not happy with this. The lady on stage tried to give her a curtsy. Instead, Meghan went in for a hug, but before that, she swiped her hand like, no big deal, don't do that, which totally discounted the royal respect. And her next set of moves were strange. She grabbed this woman and bent this woman backwards almost, hugging her so tight. Mind game. We'll talk about that in a second. Everybody is talking about this. After this bizarre backwards tight cradling hug, you could totally tell the woman on the stage was still in a state of shock. She leaves the woman and she all but runs to the guy. She totally went in for a hug, but like Tom Bradby did, he kind of kept her at bay and did the old side cheek kiss, both sides. He didn't know what to think. You could see it on his face. From there, she literally sprints to the older gentleman in the corner. And due to his age, he's merely sitting down and totally capable of standing up. She runs over there and grabs him as he's sitting there and gives him a great big old squeeze. The woman in the yellow dress kind of keeps her guard up, so she skips over her and kisses the guy behind her. And there's the guy that had been sitting down. She's all but on his lap. Don't fall for that. It's all an act. I promise. In the documentary, one of her crisis cast members in South Africa said she was a hugger. That's just a part of the seeds that they're trying to plant in everybody's heads. Good old Meghan. She's warm and personable, like Diana was. The royal sources were absolutely correct about Prince William being enraged over the documentary. However, they're saying he's more worried for his brother and his brother's fragile mental state. He feels like something's definitely going on, as does Harry's friends and other family members. Little by little, Harry started cutting people out of his life while he was still engaged to Meghan. She at one point even had him on a curfew. He was having to check in with her every 45 minutes. What an insecure control freak. All of his people, all of his friends, his extended family, they want the old Harry back. They don't recognize who this one is. He made it very clear in the documentary and behind the scenes that he absolutely hates life as a royal family member. He's tired of answering to people, being under the microscope, and not doing as he wants to. If he hates life where everything's handed to him and he lacks nothing, can't even imagine what real life would do to him. Something is totally off, and they have a right and a reason to be concerned for Harry. He's definitely not himself. A good friend of mine named Holly pointed out the bloated hands, the red swollen paws. I've seen this many times before. In fact, all the royal family members have them. But she says they're associated with drug use. I'm totally not doubting that. Of course, I think it's a little extra something on top of that. Their behavior at Trooping the Color is really what started all of this weird behavior. It's been downhill fast ever since. I think William and the rest of the family and friends have every right to be worried. And do you guys realize that there's not one single shred of evidence of them as a couple or Archie as their child located in Buckingham Palace? According to royal insiders, they're saying that she, the Queen, wiped out all evidence of them as a couple and never acknowledged Archie in any kind of a picture or a scrapbook, nothing. That's weird. And that kind of tells me everything I need to know. Also, all of Meghan's new friends have come out of the woodwork in defense of her again as of today, talking about how disrespectful the royal family as a group have been towards both Meghan and Harry as a couple. That Meghan and Harry don't receive the same recognition and admiration and respect that Kate and William get. And doesn't this make you feel so much better about your own family? I know it does me. I'll see y'all soon, and we'll talk so much faster, I promise. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Stay safe and be blessed.